This is episode 1 on my how-to internet course, featuring safety.
Look how my mind plays.
Little bit of fame, little bit of hate, little bit of change. Watch the craze, keep it sane, don't fade away.
Look how my mind plays.
Okay, so let's begin. One of the most crucial things is your account's passwords, which comes down to your password. It's one of the only ways someone's going to break into your account unless the company gets hacked. Something a lot of people have is like Amazon, Steam, although Steam's pretty much gone away with almost all their brute forcing methods, and now you can attach your own phone number and such, which is all really cool. Now, as you can see, I have examples here of what a weak password and what a good password is, and pretty much ABC123, 123456778, your name, your birthday, all that stuff is terrible, because there are literally pass lists you can download. You can Google them, like most common passwords pass list, and there's like 6,000 passwords of stuff like ABC123, all that stuff. And then an okay password would be like a word with a capital letter and then like a number like 556, you know, something like that. A good password would be like another word or something, but with like a lowercase letter or another capital and just like a few numbers. A great password this is some of the best password you can ever get, is a bunch of random numbers and letters with symbols. Note the symbols, how there's an asterisk, an @ sign, and a percent sign. Almost any account you'll ever make will allow you to have that as a password. Now, I won't recommend using any of these now because obviously, you know, they're now on the internet, you know, they're kind of suspectable, but make an offset of it. A great password would be like that. But don't save it. Put it in a file, download something like KZCryptor and encrypt it so no one can see it, because if you just put it in a file, if you ever like go into a malicious website and you get shelled, which we'll go into later, they can look at all your stuff and hey, now they have your account passwords. So don't write them down either. That's a pretty bad idea, unless you're gonna like just put them in a text file and, you know, not put anything else around them and just know which ones are which. I say that'd be okay, but next is antivirus and malware softwares. You need one of these. Now, I've rated them of what I think's the best are. Avast. There is no question about it. Avast is the best option for antivirus. It is the best I have ever found. It's just, it's miraculous. Like, it's just great. It allows you to look at all your files. You can do a scan whenever you want. Their databases are constantly updated. The companies they have some of the best security consultants there. Some people that actually have made hacks and viruses and stuff. Norton, don't recommend it. It's trash. But if you, I put it second because it's pretty popular amongst old people and people that don't really want it. But depending on what kind of wireless you have, Norton can be free, but for the most part, it's $50. AVEG, it's meh. You know, there's nothing good or bad about it. It's just meh. McAfee, I haven't never used this personally, so I don't really know how it works, but it seems to have a pretty good reputation amongst everything. Although it does only have a 30-day free trial, and then you'll have to pay for it. It's on sale right now for $50, but yeah. And for malware, MalwareBytes. I mean, it's the best thing. But if you're like a company, MalwareBytes might not be the best thing. It's best for if you have a single computer and you're worried about, you know, clicking a malicious website and now, oh, someone had a malicious file upload. Now you have malware and all your accounts just got taken. Even if you have a strong password, malware will take your account anyway. The way it can do this is it just watches you when you type in a password and then records it. EMSsoft is another, I don't really know how to say it. I've never used it, but it's probably one of the better ones if you're a small company, small business, and you have several employees working for you and you use websites a lot. So if you're a graphical design company, probably you have lots of people working for you, that would probably be the company to get your anti-malware from. But yeah, Next is how hackers work. Now, there is no fine line of how they work. They are a different kind of people almost, but if they claim to do something, like that they can do something, don't challenge them. Challenge is the golden word in the hacker community. It is the word that carries the most meaning, and is the one that they take the most seriously. Unless you're positive that they're a little script kiddie and their mom has a good credit card. And if they threaten you, calm down, and then back out of it. Because, you know, it's never a good situation. Plus, when you don't have much defenses, but unless you... Even if you have Avast and stuff, there is no surefire way to protect yourself from that kind of thing. So it's better just to not do it at all. And if they get your IP, there's nothing about it. You will probably get DOSed unless they are literally full of shit. But I can tell you, there is no professional hacker, you know, like some, what would be familiar to the anonymous style hacker, I think that's familiar with the public, that would go around DOSing people. It's just, it's not something that would happen. It just isn't. It's not something that would happen or go down. It's not common. The next slide will show you how to protect yourself from that, but if this does happen, you should probably talk to your internet service provider and get your IP changed so that it doesn't turn into a reoccurring issue. Because if it does, well, then you're, you know, then your internet's gonna go down whenever this guy feels like it. Now, these are the best VPNs in my opinion. CyberGhost, they came out with a new one. This is CyberGhost 6, but it's in beta, so it's got a lot of kinks to work out still, but it's glamorous. It looks pretty, it's user-friendly, and it's very powerful. Now, there's a lot of controversy around it. Like, they said, oh, the people that make it aren't that that good of people, but, let's be honest, they're a security company. No security company is going to hire goody two-shoes. Hotspot Shield is good. It's, again, free or paid. Both of those are. But the free version of CyberGhost, basically, it's one of the best free VPNs. Like, honestly, I'd just say get that one. But if it doesn't work for you or something, or you don't like it, or you've already heard of it and you don't like it, Hotspot Shield, you know, you have a limited amount of bandwidth a week. But there's no queue to wait for it, because CyberGhost, you have to wait for a queue if you're free, because you have to wait. But Hotspot Shield doesn't have that. It's pretty basic too. It's extremely basic actually. But it also has a tendency, from what I've heard, to have DNS leaks, which is kind of a really bad thing. But CyberGhost, I don't believe they do. They have really good techs. PureVPN has the best customer support ever. If there's something wrong, you can go to the website and they will help you instantly. Like, there's no question about it. You'll get an email back within that day, or you can talk to a live tech. They have great support. They also have great people. They use like 256-bit encryption, but they do not offer a free model. They offer a 30-day free trial, but again, just 30 days. But they do offer $15 a month for, you can get it for 6 months, a year, 2 months, but the average is about $15 a month for all of them. Now, I cannot stress enough of how important joining a gaming community is. I will put some examples at the end, but this is how I'm going to explain it. Think of a war, okay? And your patron is out. If you go up against an entire army of 2,500 people, they are not going to be afraid of 12 of you guys, okay? You're not going to go in and Rambo their ass. That's not a thing. That doesn't happen in real life. That's a movie thing. That patron is the hacking group. Now, a hacking group have been known to target people and communities. It's just how it works. But most communities have tech people in them, like especially long-running communities. I've been a part of several different communities. many different communities, and they have all been great. I've been doxxed and hacked and stuff in the earlier days, and the first people to come into the TeamSpeak and say, all right, let's get this stuff taken down, let's work on it. You know, it is so crucial to have a community behind you, because even if not everyone in there is a tech or a security consultant, there's still people that have a voice and power and a keyboard. Like, they can still do something. Especially if you're getting DOSed. There was one person in a community I was involved in that was getting repeatedly DOSed because they did Twitch and they had some kind of an angry chat member. We sorted that out. We got her to get her ISP changed, and we sorted the guy out through reasonable ways. It's just, becoming part of a community is such a crucial thing. Excuse me, I got a drink. That there's really, I can't stress enough how important being a part of such a community would be. It's protection, you know, but they also, most communities expect the same kind of protection from other people. Right now I'm working. You can subscribe to the channel and also make an account on the website once it's up. It should be up in about 2 to 3 weeks. I should have the form up and everything. I'm sorry, I've just been really busy lately. And we will have the Games Network community. That will be hopefully a thriving community if I can get it done right. We might even have some game servers, but what that's going to be is just a bunch of people that will help each other out when they need it, and I'll probably get a few game servers up and running here. I don't really know what yet, because no good games have come out. I'm waiting for Identity. Yeah. That's what's going to happen. There's also there's many different, basically you want to choose a community. I can't stress it enough. No one's going to be afraid of you if you have 2,000 some people behind you. They're not going to target you, and if they do, well then they're kind of going to get destroyed. You know, and I just mumbled so much there. But there's definitely groups that take pride in going after communities, but they usually only go after communities with a few hundred members. Not saying those are bad. You should still definitely join those if you can. But find the strongest one you can find. But also make sure they're good people. If they're not good people, there's no sense in joining them. Because what they are, you're not going to believe me right when I tell you now, but they will corrupt your head. They will fill your head with things, and you will change. The internet is a dark, dark place, especially if you're coming over from console. This is a much different world. The worst thing you have to worry about on console is getting hit offline by some kid with his mom's credit card. Over here, you have to worry about your entire life getting ripped apart, getting swatted, getting hostile taken over, which is basically you losing all your money. They're going to delete you from the US DRC, which means you're no longer an American citizen. Once you're gone from the US RC, which is the United States Citizens Registry, you're not a citizen anymore. Which means if you ever get arrested in America and you don't have that green, which means when they SWAT you, and let's say you do drugs or something, or this person planted drugs, you are now going to jail for a long time. Because, one, you're not a citizen of this country, and two, you just got caught with weed. Like, it's just the way it happens. It's the law of the land. It's a very unforgiving place. There are definitely people out here that could not give a single fuck if you got locked away for the rest of your life and deported from America. They really would not care. Or if they sold you, you know, it's there's a very dark end of the community. But any parents watching this can also be a safe, fun environment for your son or daughter to learn great things about technology. I have learned so much. I have become a great web developer. I've become a great developer. I've learned several programming languages, all from the internet, completely self-taught. But you should probably encourage your son or daughter to join one of these communities. There's many different ones. You can join the Games Network community. I know I would be happy to help you out. I've done it in the past. Just don't, you know, become helpless, because then you're just creating more and more problems for yourself. You're going to eventually have to learn how to defend yourself with these following methods I've discussed. I don't think I need to go any further into this. And that's pretty much the end of it. I mean, Just join a community. It'll keep you safe. It'll keep your data safe. And it will keep you out of jail for a reason you never committed. I really have nothing else to say. I hope you all have a great day and use this knowledge to help you prosper. Have a good day.
Look how my mind plays.
Little bit of fame, little bit of hate, little bit of change. Watch the craze, keep it sane, don't fade away.
Look how my mind